In past sessions, we asked you to think about what you value in life and whether good diabetes management was worth the effort. We also talked about the importance of setting small, achievable goals that get you moving in the right direction. We encouraged you to turn new behaviors into habits by taking credit for your success and rewarding your efforts. But even the most motivated person with diabetes who's doing all they can to manage the disease is going to run into barriers occasionally. Barriers can slow you down and are discouraging, especially when you're trying your hardest. The focus of today's video is to introduce a simple 4-step problem-solving approach to help you find detours around barriers to good diabetes management. A first important step is to pay attention to how you're managing your diabetes, your diet, how physically active you are, whether you're taking your medications or checking your blood sugars. If you're not paying attention, you won't be able to recognize problems when they occur or figure out how to prevent them. One of the most complex behaviors, and the behavior that probably has the greatest impact on your blood sugar after meals, is your diet. For this reason, we encourage self-monitoring with the MND Diary app as a way of helping you to pay attention to what you're eating. The second step is to consider the circumstances that contribute to less than optimal self-management behaviors resulting in high blood sugars. Think for a few moments about your diet, physical activity, the regularity with which you take diabetes medications, and the frequency with which you check your blood sugars. What gets in the way for you? Maybe things fall apart when you have a change in your routine. Perhaps important people in your life don't understand the importance of diabetes management for you and undermine your efforts. Does a stressful schedule make it difficult to plan, shop for, and prepare healthy meals? Depression is quite common in people with diabetes and can make it difficult to remain motivated. Maybe you have food cravings, food addiction, or trigger foods that are difficult for you to limit. And taking care of yourself can be expensive. It can make it difficult to eat healthy, take medications as prescribed, or purchase blood sugar testing supplies. The third step is to think about different detours around these barriers. Let's look back at our list of barriers. Have any of these been a problem for you? What detours have you tried? What's worked for you? We'll talk more about barriers and details in upcoming sessions. The fourth step is considering your options and choosing the detour that you'd like to try. Come up with a detailed plan that includes small goals that get you moving in the right direction. And keep in mind that you may need to try different approaches before you find a solution that works for you. Here's an example of how to use this 4-step problem-solving approach. Chris has a high HbA1c and wants to do something about it. Since joining the study, Chris has decided to pay more attention to food. But work really is hectic, particularly on Mondays and Tuesdays. On those days, Chris eats on the run and has no time to log meals or check blood sugars. What solutions or detours are available to Chris? Here are some things that we thought of. Schedule brief lunch breaks away from the desk. Negotiate with colleagues to cover lunch breaks. Set phone alarms as a reminder to take lunch and check blood sugar 2 hours later. Use MND Diary before work to explore healthy lunch options at nearby restaurants. Use MND Diary before work to explore healthy options for a packed lunch. Pack lunches the night before. Chris decides to start packing lunches. What should Chris's plan include? Here are some things that we thought of. Set a goal. Since this week, Monday and Tuesday are expected to be bad days, Chris decides to pack lunches on Sunday and Monday nights. Develop a plan.
Chris develops a detailed plan to avoid additional barriers that could frustrate efforts. On Saturday, Chris uses Minette Diary to identify some healthy lunches, and for this week decides on hummus and fresh vegetables on pita bread with unsweetened iced tea and an apple. On Saturday, Chris makes sure the ingredients are available and that he has the food wrappers and containers needed to pack and carry his lunch. On Sunday, Chris creates a list of needed ingredients and supplies, shops for them, makes the hummus, and chops the vegetables. On Sunday and Monday nights, Chris makes the pita sandwiches, packs the lunches, and places them in the refrigerator with his apartment keys, so it's impossible for him to forget to take his lunch.